tell you the tale. Everyone was left in the veil. My time won't come to an end. Take a look around, it's a war zone. The damage is already done. Take a look around, it's a war zone. The damage is already done. Take a look around. And keep your guns high. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. And I'll be fighting for my life, so keep your guns high. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. And I'll be fighting. I'm bad to the bone. Got blood on my knees. I'm bad for my life, I'm fighting. Yeah, I'm bad to the bone. Got blood on my knees. I'm bad for my life, I'm fighting. The ash came burning down. No, you won't hear a sound. The screaming bottled within. Take a look around. And keep your guns high. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. And I'll be fighting for my life, so keep your guns high. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. And I'll be fighting. And I'll be fighting for my life, so keep your guns high. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. And I'll be fighting for my life, so keep your guns high. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. And I'll be fighting.
Hello guys, it's me, it's DG and we are back. But as always, let me just check if you guys can hear me, which you can. Welcome back. It's me, it's DG, and well, second stream of the day. I don't know, something just clicked. I tried taking rest, which I could not, but here I am with, I just freshened up a bit. And here we are for the qualifying in Austria. Now, if you were there for our previous stream, we actually saw Max Verstappen take the sprint win. It's a sprint weekend, my bad. It's a sprint weekend, so Max Verstappen did win the sprint, but Lando Norris was awfully close, and I dare say he would have won it if it wasn't for Oscar Piastri. Now, remember guys, these McLarens are going against the Red Bull of Max Verstappen. It's not just any other guy, right? It's Max bloody Verstappen. You have to work together, because if you fight it out amongst yourselves, it's just, you're just practically handing Max Verstappen the win once again, and especially at such a strong track. It is one of Max's strongest tracks. So yeah, I mean, qualifying set away, and I've tried to set the latency as low as I can, and I think I've managed to do so. But let me just recheck. Everything just froze for now. I don't like that. Apply and rebuild. Okay, so meanwhile the live timing is being rebuilt. I would like to ask for excusement. Is that a word? Hello, Neeraj. Welcome back. How are you? How's it going? We are switching to the main screen. So live timing. Here we are. Now hopefully this should be less delayed than usual self, and extremely good. A bit pissed at McLaren, but I'm doing good. Did you watch the sprint race this afternoon? Okay, so Q1 we have pretty standard timings. Right now, Verstappen's making it. You should have, because it's a 23 lap race, and well, on lap 3 and 4, Norris got so close to overtaking Max at turn 4, but then on lap 6, he made a dive bomb at turn 3, and he actually got past Verstappen. But there's the second DRS zone on the circuit where Verstappen got the slipstream, and well, you did miss, but you didn't miss a lot. I mean, after the first 6 or 7 laps, it was a snooze fest as always. But yeah, so what happened is Norris got past Verstappen, and then Verstappen actually had slipstream off of Norris, and then going into turn 4, Norris was pushed wide by Verstappen like usual wheel-to-wheel racing, but that opened up doors for Oscar Piastri. Then Oscar Piastri actually went into P2 battling Lando Norris. Then he was in Max's DRS for a while, then he dropped off as well. So we've reached to a conclusion that if there's a chance for a McLaren 1-2 even, or at least a race win, but they need to fight it out amongst themselves. I mean, they need to sort it out amongst themselves. If they are busy fighting themselves, then Max is just going to get away with it, especially at this track where Max Verstappen is fairly strong, and this track is easy. There are just 7 corners. I mean, officially there are 10 corners, but 3 of them are taken flat. Turn 2 is flat, turn 5 is flat, and turn 7 is flat. So there are 7 corners. 40% of the lap is taken through DRS. The DRS is open, and you guys, can you hear the background noise? I'm actually not so sure. I don't know. If you can, just let me know.
To set a time on the board.
That's how close I hoped it would be between the Ferraris and the McLarens and all the top order yesterday. 400 separating the top 4 cars. Perez and Verstappen come into the pit. Tsunoda makes it 400s in the top 5 cars. Always in this first run, the track evolution is at its highest. The last thing these guys have done is drive on some shod medium tyres at the end of a race. You're having a bit of driver evolution as well, feeling your way through into this Q1. The first lap is not going to be the magic one that will take you through into Q2 in most cases. So it's about feeling your way back into soft tyres, low fuel, and the track evolution is going to take you there for the last 13 minutes of this. It's going to be about that final run. Interestingly, Mercedes have only just left the garage now. They've just gone out, as I said that, so they waited for these guys to clean up the track.
Yeah, there's an element of the previous Fort race has its own unique tyres, and they sort of pick up a bit of rubber and they lay a bit of rubber, and as Julian just said, there's a lot of
I think the noise should be gone by now. Nah, it's just rumors at the best, because Verstappen is committed to Red Bull and he's talked about exploring other racing series as well. So my guess is he'll be with Red Bull until they are dominant, and once they are not, he'll leave F1. I mean, that's the best track as Verstappen. Yeah, he has a contract till 28, so there's a chance he might leave after 26. He might do, if they win, he'll keep winning it, and when the contract's over, he'll move on to maybe, I don't know, endurance racing or something. Because he likes those GT cars racing. I've seen his streams, and he's a good sim racer. But yeah, and the thing is, did you follow up with the Jos Verstappen and Christian Horner drama? It is an interesting one. The Mercedes cars are out now. What's the delay on this thing? The delay is around 15 seconds. Okay. The Jos Verstappen and Christian Horner. Oh, it's on. Well, what happened is Jos Verstappen, Max's dad, was supposed to drive the RB8, Red Bull's old car. Yeah, there's the beef about Christian Horner and Jos Verstappen fighting, and then Jos actually leaking that Christian Horner has been accused of sexual harassment. That is old news. Right now, it's that Jos Verstappen was supposed to drive the RB8, old Red Bull car. The current car is RB20, right? RB20 or RB21? RB20 is the current car. So 12 years ago, 13 years ago, that car. Charity event or something like that. Advertisement for Red Bull. It's casual. But somewhere from his sources, Max's dad found out that Christian Horner is doing everything he can to not let Jos drive. So then Jos Verstappen got pissed, and he's like, and he did throw a tantrum technically, like, I'm not driving now. Tell Christian Horner he's got what he wanted. I'm not driving. This is what happened. And then in the press conference, Christian Horner actually said that if Mercedes want a Verstappen, I think Max's dad is pretty keen on it. So Jos Verstappen may drive for Mercedes. Like, he shot down the Max to Merc rumors along with Jos Verstappen. That Christian Horner, he's so, I don't know. He's a good team principal. I like his mindset and mentality, but I don't know, the guy just seems arrogant without any reason actually. Don't know why. He's good. I do like him as team principal, but not team principal. The sexual harassment thing, I do believe it's real, even though it has been dismissed after a private investigation. But yeah, cause he cheated on his first wife when she was pregnant or something. Yeah, it was. When she was pregnant, he cheated on his first wife with his current wife, and now who's to say he isn't cheating on his current one? But pretty standard Q1 here. Russell's actually P1 weight. I didn't notice. Lewis has been struggling all weekend. But it's a clear qualifying. Verstappen will take pole, and actually my bet is Verstappen has been fastest in P1, and then all 3 sessions of sprint qualifying, and then the sprint. Now my bet is he will be topping Q1, Q2, Q3, and he'll win the race as well. It'll be a perfect Max Verstappen weekend. I'm definitely trying to jinx that guy. If that made it to the stream, if you could hear me. But the setups for Lewis is bad. Oscar Piastri does have some space. He's matching Norris, if not, outperforming him. But the thing is, Norris is just in his flow right now. Verstappen and Norris are in a different league for now, as of the last few weekends. Oscar shouldn't interfere. I know it was just a sprint race. You couldn't actually give team orders for such things. But come tomorrow, if these two guys keep fighting, Verstappen will win. And towards the end, actually, Russell was faster than the 2 Mclarens by 4 tenths. So, I don't know, outside shot for Russell. Russell also has some good form. Lewis has setup issues. He's been off since sprint qualifying. Then Checo has been off. I don't know why. During sprint qualifying, he was backed by the Alpine, saying to, he was just a sandwich between the 2 cars. So that ruined his sprint qualifying, and even the race pace wasn't that great. He finished 17 seconds behind his teammate with in 23 laps. That's a big gap, considering that he almost had free air for the entirety of that race, because he was behind Charles, who was just miles ahead of him. So yeah, also Charles faced an issue yesterday. He was going out, so SQ3 starts, right? No one's coming out. Everyone is thinking for that 1 lap towards the end, and they'll just wrap it up then. So first few minutes go by, and then all the cars start coming out, and Charles actually got a problem with anti-stall, so he had to park up in the pit lane, which he did for about 10 seconds, and then he got started again. So cool down laps is plus 30 or 40 seconds, right? So if you consider a 1 minute 5 normal, it will be 135 or 140, 1 minute 40 seconds for the cool down. he only had 1 minute and 18 seconds where he pushed, definitely, but since it was a cool down, he couldn't push outright, he couldn't use battery and all to save fuel plus the battery, and he missed out. He got the checkered flag. He missed out on starting the timer by 3 seconds. Like, he rounded the final corner and probably went up by a gear or two, and the checkered flag started weaving. That actually is quite sad for Charles, the bad luck he's had. George Russell has some smoke issues. He is smoking, his tires are smoking. Don't know why. But 5 minutes to go in Q1, and well, the big news here is Lewis Hamilton is actually down in P16. What's up with that? Then Logan Sargent expected, Guan Yu Zhou is expected, Stroll is kind of expected. They are the OG tractors here. But yeah, big shock, Lewis is P16. And fun fact, Logan Sargent actually out-qualified Alex Albon yesterday. So it was the second time where Logan Sargent has out-qualified Alex Albon. But both the times were during a sprint weekend. So for the actual qualifying, Logan Sargent is still 31-0. There's that. Logan will be out. My guess is Stroll will get in, Tsunoda will go out. No, Tsunoda can improve. They have a decent car. Who were the last 5 to go out yesterday? I know we need to do another one. Please, we need to do another one. So they think Lando Norris is not safe. What is Lando's time? Lando has done a 1:54 and Tsunoda has done a 1:59. That is awfully close, isn't it? Sainz has done a 1:52 and Guan Yu Zhou has done 1:6. 9 tenths cover the 20 cars. A big achievement that. All cars are under 1 second. So nothing's for sure. Laptop is long. I was talking about he had the anti-stall issue where he peeled in. He came out of his garage and at the pit exit he sort of stopped for 10 seconds, which was actually enough to knock him out. So it's a cool down lap, right? 30 to 35 seconds extra on your flying lap. So a minute 35:40 around here, and he got around the final corner and he probably just pressed hard on the accelerator, went up a gear or two, and the checkered flag started weaving. So he couldn't actually start his real flying lap, and well, he qualified P10 for the sprint. And so far, Sainz is looking good. Sainz is outperforming him. George is outperforming Lewis. Verstappen and Perez is well normal. Piastri and Norris are close. I just hope there's a clear difference between them, because when it comes to teammate versus teammate, it's always heartbreaking because one of the two guys has to not attack, and as a racing driver that feels bad. Well, that is what I was saying. I guess your laptop crashed, but yeah, Lewis P16 is a big shock. Logan Sargent actually out-qualified Alex Albon yesterday for the second time, but both the times were in sprint, so it's not real. For the real qualifyings, Alex Albon has never been out-qualified by any of his teammates since he made his return to Formula 1 in 2022. But Lewis, he has some big pressure on him. P16, he's made his way to turn 1, which was a pretty clean turn 1. I just saw someone, Hulkenberg's being investigated, failing to follow race director's instructions. I don't know what it could be, but Hamilton's up on himself. It's not fastest or anything, so personal best is good. Then he's making his way through turn 4, getting close to the gravel there, which is fine. Is making his way towards turn 6. This is a beautiful left-hander. Coming up on Tsunoda is 3 times faster than Tsunoda, so I'll just... Where's Tsunoda? Where's Hamilton, to be fair? Hamilton is P6. Let's go, but not on the broadcast yet. How? Wait, what? Hamilton just got P6 in my broadcast right now, but here it was well before the broadcast. Hamilton was just at turn 7 when he had already crossed the line here. How is this quicker than the actual broadcast? I don't understand, but yeah, we'll take a look at the bottom 5 once again. Alonso, Stroll, both Aston Martins could go out, to be fair, and Sonoda is not improving. No, Ricardo is not improving, but he's gone up in P8. Hamilton's radio. So he accepts he's slow, but he's faster than his teammate. I have no idea. Am I watching the right broadcast? It seems I am, but oh, what? It's live. So I don't know the live. Yeah, why? It's not fair, isn't it? What's this ahead? So we've had our final 5, both Aston Martins, both Kick Sabers and Logan Sargent. A reserve place for M20. So did you see the David Coulthard controversy? It isn't a controversy, but did you see the clip of David Coulthard going on about Logan Sargent crashing the car? Aston Martin have gone back to their roots, the 2021-2022 era, tractor, beautiful tractors they were for Sebastian Vettel, and they've just realized that, oh well, how can we go quick if he's not in the car? So they've just toned down a bit and they've started to go out in Q1. So last weekend, Spanish Grand Prix, there was a white Mercedes. So this was the pole, right? And this is realistic distance. This was the pole, and this was the Williams' car, white Mercedes. It was so close to the pole while parking, a normal road car. And David Coulthard actually made fun of Logan Sargent, that Logan Sargent has had a crash before he gets onto the track. But the real thing was, it was Alex Albon's car, and basically Logan Sargent got trolled for without any reason. David Coulthard, he is ex-F1 driver, ex-Red Bull driver, and he does many of the show runs. So there was a Red Bull show run India last year, or 22, by the end of 22. Yeah, it was by the end of 22, I think. And DC was there as well, so there's that. No, I think it was last year, during the holy season or something. Don't really remember, but then Logan Sargent, poor Logie boy, has actually raised himself up into P19. So Albon's out. We'll revise the bottom 5. I think it's just updated here whilst we were talking. Fernando Alonso made it through, and did anything happen? Was anyone's track time deleted? No. So both Williams, both Kick Sabers, and Fernando Alonso scraping through, but I don't expect him to go up in the Q3. Now watch that. As I say it, Fernando Alonso will do something and he'll get up into Q3. Like, same thing I said when both Alpines will go out, and both Alpines made it into Q3. I don't know how that works, how my things work, and why don't they work on me? When I say I'll get average marks or I'll get bad marks, it actually happens. I never get good marks that way. It's highly unfair. But so there goes my prediction for the Perfect Max weekend. Q1, Science is actually top this session, so yeah. I need to drink some water. By the way, what's the situation on India versus South Africa? I couldn't forget that. But India chose to match. Verstappen P3. Yeah. I mean, see, Verstappen does that, I think there has been match fixing. I think he knows everyone's gonna bet on him, and he purposely went P3. But look at the margins. Jokes aside, look at the margins between P1, P2, and P3, and even P4. Kevin Magnussen's up in P5. What? Why am I just watching it now? Well, wait, exactly. If I didn't pay attention there, Kevin Magnussen is just up into P5 and he's within 2.5 tenths of Sainz. Well, the top 3 are covered by just 700ths of a second, so there's that. But Kevin Mack, both weak carbs in top 10 is a bit shocking. Even Hamilton out qualifying Russell is shocking. Not exactly, but outperforming Russell is a bit shocking. I didn't think Alex will go out. I expected both Astons to go out. But yeah. Q1 was we'll give it to, I don't know, a multiverse of madness. I don't know what actually happened. The broadcast was delayed than this thing. Then we have Kevin Magnussen in P5, Russell in P11, then Fernando Alonso making through. So Kushmaini actually, dude, it's so unfortunate, or my bad. I actually praised him in the last stream, and Kushmaini actually started on pole for the sprint race this afternoon. And well, he had contact on the first lap, then he lost P6 thanks to another incident which he was trying to avoid, and he ended up finishing P7. Is that analysis South Africa live score? I don't want stream, I want live scores. Where can we get live scores? Do we get them here? I just need to add one scorecard once the match begins, which is in 5 minutes. But so far it's going good in the world of Q2 because it hasn't begun yet. And well, let's place our bets who goes out in Q2. Aston Martin, Pierre Gasly, Danny Ricciardo. Well, I expect Ferrari's McLaren. Oh, Kevin Magnussen can go out in Q2. So there's 3 cars. That's Danny Rick, Gasly, Alonso, K-Mag, and then it's either between Hülkenberg and Esteban Ocon to go into Q3. So Q2 has begun, and the first man out on track was Esteban Ocon, which he still is. And is my commentary delayed? Is my broadcast delayed once again? It's delayed by 20 seconds. How is this even possible? Look here, it says 14 minutes, right? On my broadcast, it's 14 minutes and 25 seconds right now. Infuriating, that is. But I'm actually worried about Lewis too. He put in his good lap and he still says he was slow, so the intent's there, but the car's not. Broadcast is usually delayed, but it's not delayed than the multi-viewer, right? Because broadcast is the fastest thing you have apart from the real thing, so it shouldn't be delayed by around 20, 25, 30 seconds. Austria has the shortest track length on the Formula 1 calendar. In my opinion, it does. I tried doing that. I actually opened up a new page, a new tab, but I'm still slower. You can see a 13:10 now, and I see 13:23 here. It went down a bit. So do I just keep refreshing till I get accurate timings? Didn't pause anything. No, it's still the same. It's 12:55 and 13:10. So it's actually 15 seconds worth of delay. So do I just have to look here now? Because Sainz has begun his lap and he's gone actually fastest in the first sector with the 16.5, which is kind of average. Max was doing the same times yesterday in SQ1 and SQ2. I've set it up for the delay to be 10 seconds to the normal thing, but I don't think that's 10 seconds from the actual thing. I think that's 10 seconds from the broadcast. But what's happening? The live timing is pretty much the fastest thing on my screen. F1's live timing, as in the sheet we see on the broadcast. You mean that? Well, wait, no, it's still delayed. Oh, the website, as in this one. It is 6 seconds faster than the stream at least. Yeah, the thing is, stream must be delayed as well, you know. Why do I not see Go? Yeah. You mean this sheet? Join this session live. So is this quicker than the broadcast? How am I supposed to see if a driver made some mistake or anything? Delaying the stream. Yeah, the stream might be slightly delayed, actually more than 2 seconds. Oh, what's happening? I told you this is not my day at all. This is not any. Kevin Magnussen, NP5. Now Ocon's is 1 second faster, but yeah, rest of the drivers haven't. Science bouncing is nothing new. Oh wait, I can't show this yet. Well, I can show this, but launch type timing. The time it launches, we'll see what's the score. Is the game begun? No, there's 1 minute. I shouldn't show this, but yeah, I'm trying to find out that as well. Yeah. Alright, so okay, we got. I don't want to pause it. How do I find how much time is left? How? Do you know where's the time? Bottom of the screen. Yeah, the 9 minute 7. Yeah. I thought that's the duration of since when the broadcast started for this, but 9 minutes 9. So this is faster by 6 seconds. You're right. This is faster by 6 seconds than the multi-viewer. Then include the stream delay. So I'd say around 10 seconds of delay for you and F1 live timing. And then for the broadcast is at 9:05 now and 8:45 here. So a good 20 seconds of delay for the broadcast. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, but the thing is, I could watch this. There's like 3 seconds stream delay. And that's fine, I guess. 3 seconds isn't a lot. A bit too worse. But so yeah, roughly a 10-second delay total. But then why is the broadcast 20 seconds behind the actual thing? 8:14 and then 7:53. Telling you, there's something wrong with. And I still haven't switched to international broadcast. The international broadcast is even behind. It's at 8:05. It's behind by a second or so. It's 7:39 here and 8:05 here. So yeah, there's a second between them. But how am I supposed to? Oh wait, I can do this. I can just drag a tab, right? And then I can show the live timing screens for now and see for any mistakes here, any updates here. Verstappen going quickest, Russell 4 tenths behind, which is actually concerning. What lap did Verstappen said? It's a 1:45. Perez is crossing the line now. On the broadcast goes 1:51, 6 tenths slower than his teammate. So that is fair, I guess, from Perez, because Verstappen is actually outperforming the car, and Hulkenberg's just been noted for something he did in the pit lane. He might be investigated later, could be penalized, but doesn't matter. He is going out in Q2. That's my bet. Magnussen crosses the line, goes 11th fastest on my screen here. It's 12th fastest. Leclerc's 11th. Well, Perez actually struggled last weekend. Then he struggled in the sprint. I guess I can give him the sprint qualifying because he had some traffic with the other teams, but he struggled in the sprint race. Then the last few weekends he's bad because I don't know, I've never actually seen or heard about it for a driver to suddenly go this bad. I think it's just the car, and he's underperforming as well, but if he's doing a certain time, then he's slower to his best times by a tenth and a half, and the rest of it is just the car. So yeah, that's a context. So cricket, Shivam Dubey actually got the Indian contract for World Cup, like he got selected for the T20 World Cup, and he started performing bad for Chennai. It's kind of similar to that. It's not just that Sergio has gotten worse, it's the car as well. So yeah, basically he's the Mexican version of Shivam Dubey. Sergio is I don't know if you've seen the reel, but I just heard Karun Chandok, he was being interviewed somewhere, and so you remember last year the Azerbaijan Grand Prix where Sergio Perez beat Max Verstappen, he actually won it, and Karun says that he was talking to Max's dad, and Max's dad said to him that Max was so furious that Max said, "I'm never ever losing out to him ever again." Well, he didn't. He won 10 races in a row from that, then he lost to Sainz, then he won the rest of the races again until Australia this season. Fernando Alonso making mistakes, that's there. So basically Max is a top quality driver. He's not in the good debate just yet. Needs some more experience because we haven't seen him go wheel to wheel. Madman, yeah. That one. That particular wheel. He calls himself Madman. So yeah, Verstappen, I haven't seen him race a lot, but I started in 21. I've seen Max race with Lewis, and he was not a good driver, but I think becoming a world champion, dominating, has gone his much. Yes, he does. Max does have a contract until 2028 for Red Bull, and I expect Max to respect that one. Yeah, and he'll leave the team in the sense as he'll not be as I don't want to say hard working, because he'll work on the car and shit, but he'll be like Lewis. I think he does have a solid contract up until 2028, but if opportunity arises and if a certain team is willing to pay off his contract, or even he himself, there must be some legal workarounds that contract. Because what if suddenly, touchwood, Max doesn't want to do F1 or he doesn't want to race, then what will he do, right? Something like that in extreme cases. But yeah, he'll work with the team until 28, just like Lewis is working right now. He doesn't give a shit what happens to him or the car, but yeah, he just expects a good race, something that kind of thing. He'll not be committed the way he is now. Feedback, he's on the sim, then he's just working on the car non-stop. And the fact that no one openly says it, but indirectly Albon actually said it, that Verstappen likes to have a pointy car, and Red Bull sort of build it around, not exactly Max Verstappen, but if say I'm Max's teammate and I want understeery car and Max wants oversteery car, they'd rather prefer Max Verstappen. It goes like that in Red Bull. He's their golden boy and they'll do anything to keep him. So the whole Mercedes to Verstappen drama actually started off with Lewis Hamilton, because he joined Ferrari. Then Christian Horner was accused of sexual harassment, and there's a contract that if Christian Horner goes, Adrian Newey goes as well, or vice versa, something like that. Then it began like that, and then suddenly Jos Verstappen was like, yeah, Christian Horner's the bad guy, fire him, and blah blah blah. Adrian Newey was like, I'm a head off, guys. This drama is getting too much for me. I'm just here to draw cars, which he did. And then we saw the effects of it as soon as, Newey left. Red Bull fell off. And, being Max Verstappen, you are committed to your team. You love your team. They gave you your first start in Formula 1. You dominated the sport with them. But, if you see the team's not heading in the right direction, you quit, right? You can't do anything. Just like Hamilton did. Hamilton tried to improve the car from 22, 23. Mercedes engineers kept saying, we know what we're doing, so please, we appreciate your feedback on the setups, but the engineering department is ours. And Lewis sort of backed out, but we've seen the effects of it, so he's chosen to join Ferrari. And I think the same goes with Max Verstappen. So, because he's a top class driver, and he just have to, say what team he wants, and the team is ready for him. If he wants to go to Alpine, Williams, Mercedes, except for Ferrari, I think he can get any team. If he says I want to join McLaren, Zach Brown can happily drop Oscar Piastri, just like they dropped Theo Porcher from IndyCar. It isn't big. And yes, the same thing goes with Carlos Sainz in it too. Carlos is not a bad driver. Matter of fact, he is actually the lead Ferrari for this season, at least, in my opinion. And well, I can't blame Ferrari as well, because the driver in question is Lewis Hamilton. So I don't think in WDC standings he's actually outperforming him. Let me just be sure, because I think he is P3, Charles is P3 and Norris is P2, but where are the driver standings? Yeah, but the gap between Charles and Carlos Sainz is just 30 points, but he's been good consistent. He's been consistent, so there's that. Carlos is a good driver, man. He's better than half the grid. He's better than Nico, he's better than K-Mag, he's better than Ocon. So, yeah, and he did miss a race as well. So, he's not outperforming Leclerc. I mean, he's matching Leclerc if he's not outperforming him. But I just think he deserves a seat more than anyone else for 2025. Can't blame Ferrari as well. It's Lewis Hamilton coming to you. And I think what hurt Lewis is Lewis asked for a 3-year contract with ambassadorship, and Mercedes said 1+1 is the best we can do, just like Pawn Stars. So that actually broke Lewis, because when the Max to Mercedes rumors arose, it was rumored that Mercedes were offering Verstappen a better contract than Lewis. Now I agree that you can't afford a long contract for Lewis. He's getting old, but at least ambassadorship is something you can give, right? And Toto Wolff is a smart guy. I think he's a high school dropout, and then he's a billionaire as well. He's a smart guy. From a Mercedes point of view, I think they're right, but ambassadorship, I'm not a very corporate guy. I don't excel in that department, but I feel like to a driver of Lewis's caliber, he's been the face of Formula One for so long. He's broken so many records, and all he does is bring in money for your company. But well, I don't think that there's a Mercedes ambassador thing. I don't think they even have any ambassador. No, they are just brand ambassador. Who's the brand ambassador of Mercedes? Mercedes-Benz India is Yuvraj Singh, funnily enough. Mercedes AMG ambassador Esteban Guiterres. It's not the right pronunciation, but it seems he is the current brand ambassador. And who is he? We are about to find out. By the way, what happened to Q2? There's checkered flag, Verstappen topping the session as well. Drivers to go out, both weak carbs, Gasly, as I said, Alonso and K-Mag. So there we go. I just expected Yuki Tsunoda to get up into Q3. He's a Mexican motorsports racing driver. And that's the thing with Sergio, too. It doesn't matter if he's performing bad, but the amount of money he's bringing in, because I think 60% of merchandise sale is just from Mexico. I mean, it's just from Sergio's side. Then, yeah, so one driver's performing and the other driver's bringing in money. That was a smart decision by Red Bull, but I don't think Sergio Perez can consistently finish P8 and 9. Top 5 is the realistic goal for Sergio, to just give that another kind of support to the constructors fight, because it's awfully close, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, Ferrari are at 276 and Red Bull at 339. So if Verstappen keeps on winning, he'll win it by himself. 276, and how many points is Verstappen on? 227. So if Verstappen was a constructor by himself, he'd be 4th in the constructor standing, with just 22 points behind McLaren. And for the last 2 seasons, Verstappen could have won the constructor title on his own. It's hold on. That's the one. Not even 4th. Wait. No, yes. How many points does Verstappen have? Verstappen has 227 points and McLaren have 250. No, it'd be 4th. Not this. Verstappen has 227 and McLaren has 250. Fernando is out. Let him. Is the lead Mercedes. driver. Oh, it's funny, right? These are the top three leading drivers, and then there's their teammates, and then the points are close. No worries, no worries, no worries. Yeah, it just clicked me suddenly watching that guy. I thought he's some kind of team owner, but it just clicked me that if it wasn't for Ryan Reynolds, I never would have liked Alpine, because I don't even think they know what they're doing. They're just like President Biden, it's just doing stuff and it's never going right. First of all, the whole Piastri Alonso drama. Then they brought back Flavio. I don't know why, and he seems cocky. That statement whereas they're doing everything right, but they're just lacking that bit of knowledge in F1 or something like that. And I am that guy. I am the guy who knows. So hopefully they do something McLaren like and turn things around in 2025, because they have some great drivers, man. Esteban Ocon was a reserve driver for Mercedes. Pierre Gasly is a race winner. Then Kushmaini is in there. Rich Inspire, suggest me a mic. Hi, welcome to the stream. Suggest me a mic. I think I need suggestions for mic, because you can hear the audio quality, right? It's not the greatest, but I don't know. I'd recommend any starter mics depending on your budget or something, because some color mics are even good. But then there's that. But the what's the go-to standard budget microphone is the Maono mic or something. It's for something ₹1,000, which is approximately $50 or $60. So I think that is probably the best budget microphone I have ever used. But yeah, it's like asking Logan Sargent how to get into Q3. What's Rich Inspires done there, so wrong guy. But yeah, welcome to stream. Welcome to the stream. Has the Q3 started? It has. It's crunch time now, and Lando Norris, you have one job. You just have to throw. No wait. Lando can't get on pole, can he? So not the Piastri Alonso exactly, but the whole when Seb left, there was vacancy at Aston Martin. Then Fernando Alonso actually decided to join Aston Martin, leaving a vacancy. Leaving an empty spot at Alpine. Wait, Sky gone, dude. I need to check the scores, but what the fuck just happened? 2 weekends down. Yeah, Virat Kohli is playing. He's saving it for the finals. But actually, not Virat, but so there was the empty space at Alpine, and Oscar Piastri was their reserve driver. So Alpine actually put out the statement that Oscar Piastri will be driving for Alpine from 2023. But then Oscar Piastri came up with the legendary tweet that I see and I understand that Alpine has put out a statement without my agreement. That is not true. I will not be driving for Alpine. And then he's later announced by McLaren. And I think they tried to take him to the court, or they did, and McLaren ended up winning. They signed him. They dropped Danny Rick. And then there's that. So it was kind of Alpine. They just fell on their faces by announcing Oscar Piastri. There's the PR damage. Then they fired so many great guys. Hamilton just knocked out air vent or something, and a jack as well. It was in his way on the rear tires or something. Then that happened, and then it started off as a meme. It has become a meme now. I think Alex Albon posted that tweet that I see and I understand that Williams have posted that I will be extending my contract with them. It is true, I will be extending my. So then it just took off, just like the George Russell meme. Hülkenberg is in Q3, that is incredible. Haas. Then we have two Red Bulls, two McLarens, and two Ferraris, two Mercedes. Ocon is a good shout. Norris has actually gone faster than Verstappen. Piastri is first right now. I'll just look at the live timing at this point. Verstappen and Norris. Where's Norris? 16.2, 2 runs quicker. Then in the middle sector, it was a slow middle sector by Lando Norris by around 3 tenths. So Verstappen's leading Norris by a tenth. Then a 19.3 for the finale. And yeah, 3 tenths down. Yeah, he is. Wait, I'll just do. Just give me a minute. Let me just capture question number 3. Let's do this here. Yeah, look, this is the score, and third's gone as well. Rishabh Pant is gone, Rohit Sharma is gone, Surya Kumar is playing. 3 wickets, right? It says 3 wickets. Is my computer glitching or something? Yeah, Sky gone as well. Scheiße. I have no idea. It's a whole weird thing. And it's just 6 minutes to go, so final laps I have to set in. I'll just adjust this here. What can I do? Properties, filters. I can add filters. I can add crop. Then I can crop like 200 from the left. No, 700. No, 500 from the left. 500 from the bottom. 500 from the right. 250 from the top. Well, 200 from the top. Yeah. So I'll just add scorecard here. I'll keep updating live. Now just wait. If your day hasn't already been ruined with India losing 3 wickets early on, just wait for a Verstappen pole. It really gets to you. It hurts. Right now, what's the live timing? Let's see.
Might be the best that he can do.
Turn off the commentary, and we have 4 minutes to go, 5 minutes to go. Virat, you have one job made. You've got to do this. Well, it's better to do this. You've had an entire tournament. Now you've got to carry us once more. Hülkenberg P10, fine. Ocon P9, fine as well. Perez P8 is not expected, but expected at the same time. Sainz P7, Hamilton P6 expected. Piastri, such close margins there are. And I don't think the top 3 will change actually. It will be Verstappen, Norris and Russell. I thought of that yesterday as well, but Piastri put in a decent lap. But yeah, I don't think anyone's touching top 3, but I just hope Lando Norris bottles the pole position, because I've seen him start on pole positions 3 times or 4 times as well, because he started on pole in Brazil, right, last year. Sprint race was it, or was it a restart or something? But I've seen him take his first pole in Sochi, which was my first Russian and my last Russian Grand Prix as well. He got pole, lost to Sainz on lap 1. Then he was on pole for China, lost to Lewis. Matter of fact, he dropped down into P7. And last time around, he lost to George Russell and ended up being P3. So Norris from pole is not a good thing. It is never a good thing for Norris to be anywhere near that first place, because he just ends up winning driver of the day. Even though for last weekend I think Max Verstappen was the driver of the day. Clearly wasn't the fastest, but then he dropped that cold quote: "We aren't the fastest, but we don't make mistakes." That for me is Max Verstappen. It was cold 9. And the drivers are coming out of their pit boxes, pit stops, pit. Yeah, he did. It was post conference. I think there's the press conference for the top three. It was after that. I think it was while he was doing media, and he said it to Dutch media or something. Nah, not in the car. In an interview. Yeah, I'm the fastest, but we don't make mistakes. Which is true. Lando did make the mistake on the race start. He got a good start. He almost matched Verstappen's start, but in the second phase, during when you sort of switch the gears from third to fourth, he got a bit of wheel spin, which allowed Verstappen to creep in. Then he squeezed Verstappen, and in doing so, Russell got not only a great slipstream, but he got a great line, because that's the racing line, right, going around the other side. Yeah, Russell's in his form. I don't know why, because since Lewis's announcement, he is outclassing his team, by the way. No, he's actually driving good, and I respect that. As a Mercedes fan, he's not being cocky, and there's great respect between the two teammates. But yeah, I think George is yet to be at Lewis's level. I mean, he can lead a race, but maybe he could have held on to that P1. He just lost it on the next lap itself. So yeah, there's that. And by the way, just a minute and 30 to go right now. By the way, dude, thanks for ruining my mood. I was such in a mood right now, and I just skied on. I was like, fuck. No, you missed the race start. Practically, that was the whole race. It was a good race start for George Boy. Went around the outside. Verstappen's improving on his time. Yeah, it's shocking. Then Lando Norris actually lost the race win behind the Mercedes cars. He got past Carlos Sainz fairly quickly. Verstappen slow. I mean, in the middle sector, it's not his personal best, so Lando Norris not a chance. Yeah, after the race start, it was kind of boring. But from technical side of things, to let Lando go long on his tires, let the other guys go ahead, then get on fresher tires and get past. So he did get past Sainz on time, but he spent a lot of time behind the Mercedes cars, which actually hampered him. And the gap, if he had pitted right on time, the gap would have been 4 seconds to Verstappen, and he ended up being 2.5 seconds to Verstappen on the last lap. So, McLaren were clearly the fastest cars that weekend. But once again, we saw Lando Norris bottling another race win. So far, Norris is not improving. Verstappen has improved by a bit, 143. Norris is crossing the line, 147. He's slow. As I said, Oscar Piastri. Norris and George Russell, they actually had a good battle. It started from turn 1 all the way up to turn 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8. For almost half. Oh, he's off, someone's off. The Ferrari of Charles Leclerc is off. That's why he is still in P7. That's why. Yeah, that was a good battle. Two teammates. But if yellow flags were waved, I think Hamilton got caught up in those. I don't think it was. Hamilton gets himself up into P5. Russell is on his way, but Charles, God's sake, on the last corner he was off. And the gravel trap at turn 9, it's a new thing to reinforce the track limits this season. And yesterday we saw Yuki Tsunoda spin out by just dipping the tires, and I think the same thing happened to Charles Leclerc, but I'd be interested to see the onboard footage. Nice, man. Nice at one job, but pole by 4/10 in such close cars, I think it is Max Verstappen right for now.
That was mighty, absolutely mighty.
On fire, that qualifying. Car was really strong, guys. Nice.
Verstappen actually almost injured his elbow on stream, and then he gets pole by 4/10. just incredible considering how close the margins are. So Nora's spin was crazy, but the crazier was, it wasn't that huge of a mistake. Like he wasn't being too anxious to press on the throttle or something. He wasn't in a hurry, but just stepped the tire by, I don't know, 4 or 5 centimeters into the gravel and ruined his qualifying basically. But no, Charles, in matter of fact, did not go into the gravel.
Broke everything out of the car.
Ooh,
Yeah, bravery.
that was scary. If I could show you guys, I'd definitely show. So there's turn 9, right? There's that fast right-hander, and basically he lost the car there. So it was a big correct, and then he goes into the gravel, onto the runoff area and in the grass. So he's lucky he didn't lose the car there. It would have been, I think he would have been safe, but yeah, he could have ended up in the barrier. But considering he went in the gravel, he might have damaged his floor. Race control time deleted. Oscar Piastri's time has been deleted, so he gets himself down into P7.
Norris, who was under pressure from his teammate and George Russell, that lap time being deleted for Piastri, dropping him to 7th.
Two guys chatting, and where did Oscar Piastri lose his time? Turn 6, he just went marginally off. He went. Do we not have radios? I want Oscar's and George's radio. This is it.
Copy box.
Copy box. Lando, Charles.
Main loss to Carlos, turn 4.
No, this is way before. It is almost 10 minutes ago. Charles, this is.
Yeah, I think I broke everything out of the car.
Yeah, there you go. Gravel confirming it. But decent qualifying, not as exciting as I hoped it would be. Cause well, I didn't hope, but let me rephrase. I actually hope for a similar qualifying, but let me rephrase again. I actually didn't hope for this, but I predicted this because Verstappen knows this track like the back of his hand. Then, well, he's Max Verstappen as well. But the cars are close. The gap shouldn't be 4 tenths of a second. It should be somewhere close to 1.5 to 2 tenths. So, yeah, that is just Max Verstappen outperforming the grid. And but the same thing happened yesterday as well. Max Verstappen did take pole, and it was by 900s covered. Yeah, so 900s covered top 3 drivers, but it didn't actually matter because in the sprint race, Mclarens were actually so close to Verstappen that if Oscar Piastri hadn't interfered with these two guys, I dare say Norris could have won the race. The McLarens are able to keep up with the Red Bull, and tomorrow is once again going to be an interesting start because it's not the same top 3, but it could be. Russell's P3. Norris does have a chance, but he's Norris. Like, if any other driver than Lando Norris, let's say if you put Kevin Magnussen in that McLaren, I'd say okay, he does have a chance. But Lando Norris, he just gets so excited sometimes that Imola 2021, yeah, it was Imola 21 where his lap time was deleted. And then just little hints that he gets wheel spin here and there, like last weekend. Then the win losing out to Lewis in 21. I think there's just that lack of experience, even though he's kind of experienced. But yeah, well, if it was old Verstappen, I'd say even with the DRS, there's no chance. Because last year we used to wait 3 laps before the DRS was actually enabled. But this time around, it's just 1 lap. And Lando Norris should be able to keep up with that Red Bull for a lap. And once you get the DRS, well, 40% of the lap is taken in the DRS zone. 3 big DRS zones which actually benefit you. As an engineer, how do you actually set up the car for this weekend? Because you have 3 heavy braking zones: turn 1, turn 3, and turn 4. And you gain the maximum amount of time there, but to do that, you need to be heavy on the brakes, which causes overheating, and you need to cool the brake. So to do that, you might open the brake ducts. I saw a reel actually on this thing, and it's always interesting to, essentially what they are doing is they are gambling that I'd rather, sacrifice this performance and do this. So pretty interesting from an engineer's perspective, but from a F1 fan's perspective, I don't think there's too much to look forward to tomorrow. Verstappen win should be on the cards. It is a possibility. Norris win is definitely highly likely. Like, I'd say if it was Hamilton in Norris's place, I'd say we'll have a cracking battle tomorrow. But given the nature of Norris, I won't rely. Then Russell, he is good. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. Sort of crumbles under pressure sometimes, but doesn't have that car yet. Sainz, I don't expect Ferraris. Then Hamilton, well, he's vanished this entire season, and it doesn't really matter for him, does it? But yeah, exciting race I'm hoping for, but I do predict another Dutch national anthem. So I guess I'll leave it at that, cause wait, this is giving me heart attacks. Let me just switch back. This is actually giving me a heart attack. Where is it? This here. This is actually giving me heart attacks. Can you guys see the scoreboard here? Rohit Sharma 9, Rishabh Pant on a duck, Surya Kumar 3 runs. I swear this man never plays when it counts. Had we been knocked out already, he'd be bashing them, but he's a good player. Let's be honest, but you gotta perform when it counts, right? Now Shivam Dubey is next. Sergio Perez is up next for India. Hardik Pandya is the one I trust. Akshar Patel can play a good innings. He can hit, but I think he should try and hit with Kohli. But this man is the man, he's carrying the weight of around 1.4 billion people. So he has to do. Because I think they wanted, I'm no cricket expert, but I think the reason for that could be to just, the wickets are going so quickly that, we lost 3 wickets rapidly. And I think they were just being sure, I guess, for not to let other batsmen get caught up in this mess. Because once Virat Kohli is set, I'm just laughing at this point. Akshar Patel has actually turned into an all-rounder. He can hit well, he can hit boundaries and stuff. So, he's like current MS Dhoni. I'm not saying he can hit those long big sixes, but just come for the final over and hit big. That is good, but given the current situation, I don't think that is that good, because right now we need a good partnership. Maybe, I don't know who is even coming, because Shivam Dubey is not in a great form. Where is it? Shivam Dubey is not in a great form. Hardik Pandya is, but Hardik Pandya comes and you lose that wicket, then it's all Virat Kohli, because wait. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I'm here. No, nothing's happened. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be streaming tomorrow, because 2 hours of this mic, it isn't that good, but I'll try my best to stream. And we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. It was a fun stream, fun qualifying, and hopefully a fun night for us Indians. Touch wood, fingers crossed. Then what else do I have to do to prevent jinxes? I don't know. I'll do everything and pray to the god. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, dude. Vedant, hi, hello. Well, mate, you actually ended up ruining my mood. You should have told me that Sky has gotten out. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have enjoyed it for whatsoever reason, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, press the bell icon so you don't miss upload or live stream. And I said this in the last stream as well. FIFA videos will come soon once I get sorted out with the mic thing. But yeah. But see you next week. Yeah, I'll see you next week. We'll be back here, and next weekend is actually my favorite ass weekend. It's the Silverstone Grand Prix. Exciting stuff. And so I've launched how to finish the stream. King, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Nails, I don't have nails to it. It's over. And I don't know, I might even record myself what happens if we win. Next weekend, no. I don't think Silverstone is a sprint weekend. And I'm very sure it's not a sprint weekend. Let me just reconfirm, by the way, just a minute. British Grand Prix is not a sprint weekend because it was there in 21, then it was in 22-23.
Well, it was shaping
That's
up
good.
to be one of the closest run things we'd ever seen.
The race is always fun at
Q1 in-
Silverstone. It rarely is boring. It's a good track, high track wear. Yeah, next week. I think I'll try my best to see you guys tomorrow. But thank you so much for tuning in. Much appreciated. Make sure to drop a like. It doesn't help, but it feels good. So yeah, I guess if you enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like. And well, it's me, it's DG signing out, and I will be seeing you. If not tomorrow, I'll definitely be seeing you guys on Saturday next week for the British Grand Prix qualifying. Adios, amigos.
Head down the highway side.